Hey, Bears fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Chicago Bears fans, get ready, because this one's making serious noise across the league. JADEVEON Clowney, yes, the same explosive edge rusher who's been terrorizing quarterbacks for years, is officially heading to the Windy City. Sources close to the organization have hinted for weeks that Ryan Poles and the front office were cooking something big on defense, and now it's confirmed. Clowney is a Bear for the 2025 season. This move is shaking up the entire NFC North, and for good reason. The Bears have been rebuilding their defensive identity for a while, trying to recapture that fierce, dominant energy of the old monsters of the Midway, and adding Clowney feels like the statement piece they needed. He brings experience, versatility, and that rare mix of power and speed that makes offensive lines sweat before the ball is even snapped. Fans online are already losing their minds, debating how he'll fit into the defensive scheme, how much he's got left in the tank, and whether this move makes Chicago a legitimate playoff contender again. One thing's for sure, the Bears didn't bring him in to just fill space. They brought him in to make quarterbacks uncomfortable from day one. It's hard not to get caught up in the excitement when you think about the possibilities. Imagine Clowney lining up opposite Montez Sweat, both of them coming off the edge like twin storms ready to crash the pocket. It's been a long time since Bears fans could say they had a pass rush that struck genuine fear into opponents. But this move might change that narrative instantly. Defensive coordinator Eric Washington must be smiling ear to ear right now, because he's got two monsters on the outside who can completely disrupt an offense's rhythm. The ripple effect could be massive. Suddenly, the linebackers get more freedom to roam. The secondary doesn't have to cover receivers forever. And Justin Fields, or whoever's under center, might finally have a defense that can give him some breathing room. It's about identity, too. The Bears have always been known for defense. That's their DNA. And signing a player like Clowney feels like a call back to that heritage. It's a signal to the league that Chicago's tired of rebuilding quietly. They want to punch back, and they're loading up to do exactly that. But let's be real. This move isn't just about nostalgia or hype. It's about production and leadership. Clowney might not be the same raw, unstoppable force he was when he first entered the league as a #1 overall pick, but over the past few seasons, he's proven he can still dominate when used correctly. With the Browns, Ravens, and Titans, he showed flashes of elite play, especially when motivated and in the right system. Chicago seems to believe they can unlock that consistency. They see him as the missing piece, the veteran presence that can elevate young guys like Jervin Dexter and Zach Pickens. Plus, Clowney brings that attitude. He's physical, vocal, and plays with a chip on his shoulder. That's contagious in a locker room. The Bears' defensive front could suddenly become one of the nastiest units in football. For fans, it's a reminder that the team isn't satisfied with mediocrity anymore. They're swinging for impact moves, and this one might just be the spark that reignites Soldier Field's fire. Of course, every big signing comes with questions. Some analysts are already asking whether Clowney's durability will hold up over a full season. He's had a share of bumps and bruises over the years, and the Bears' defensive line has to stay healthy if they want to make noise in 2025. There's also the matter of expectations. Chicago fans are desperate for a winner, and a move like this raises the bar instantly. If the defense doesn't perform, fingers will point fast. But let's not forget, Clowney thrives when the spotlight's bright. He loves proving doubters wrong, loves hearing the crowd roar after a third-down sack. And in a city like Chicago, where defense is practically religion, that passion will feed him. The front office clearly believes the reward outweighs the risk. They're betting on Clowney's hunger, experience, and pride to make the difference. Maybe it's bold, maybe it's risky, but it's the kind of move that tells everyone watching the Bears aren't content to wait. They're coming. Behind closed doors, insiders say the Bears' locker room is buzzing. Players are texting, coaches are smiling, and fans are refreshing social media nonstop. This kind of signing injects life into a team. It's a signal of ambition. Imagine being a young defensive lineman watching JADEVEON Clowney walk into the room. You're learning from a guy who's seen it all, battled through the grind, and still has gas left in the tank. And for Clowney himself, Chicago offers something he's been searching for: stability and purpose. After bouncing around a few teams, he now joins a franchise that values defense like few others do. He's stepping into a culture that matches his mentality: gritty, relentless, and physical. Add in that classic Chicago crowd energy, and it's easy to see why this feels like a perfect fit. Maybe it's not just a signing. Maybe it's the start of a defensive resurgence. Now, let's not forget the business side of it. The deal's rumored to be short-term, but packed with incentives. Something like a prove-it contract that rewards performance and effort. That structure makes sense for both sides. The Bears get a motivated veteran without overcommitting long-term, and Clowney gets the chance to show the league he's still elite. Money aside, though, what this move really buys is credibility. Other free agents notice when a respected player chooses a team like Chicago, especially one that's been in rebuild mode. It says something about direction and confidence. It tells the league the Bears are serious. With this move, Chicago's defense looks stacked on paper, and that alone will change how opponents game plan. Whether it's Detroit, Green Bay, or Minnesota, nobody's going to overlook the Bears anymore. This might be the start of something big in the Windy City. The buzz around Hallis Hall isn't dying down anytime soon. Every insider, every beat reporter, every sports radio host in Chicago is dissecting this move from every angle. Some are calling it a masterstroke, others a gamble, but everyone agrees on one thing: the Bears just got more dangerous. The timing couldn't be better, either. Heading into the 2025 season, the Bears have a young, improving roster, and adding Clowney send a message that they're shifting gears from development to domination. This isn't about building for the future, it's about winning now. Clowney's presence instantly upgrades the defense's physicality and confidence. He's the kind of player who changes the energy of a game with one play. A strip sack, a huge tackle for loss, or just the threat of chaos off the edge. And when you combine that with Chicago's cold-weather home field advantage, you've got the recipe for a defense that can break opponents mentally before halftime. You can almost hear the excitement in fans' voices on social media. The memes, the edits, the highlight clips, they're everywhere. Bears Nation hasn't been this hyped in years. And it's not just about the signing itself, it's what it represents. For too long, Chicago has been known as the team that almost got there, the team that had potential but couldn't finish. This move feels like a cultural shift, a declaration that almost isn't good enough anymore. Clowney's arrival brings swagger, attitude, and belief. He's been on winning teams, he's faced elite competition, and now he's here to lead a defense that's hungry to prove itself. You can bet opposing quarterbacks are already circling their Chicago games on the calendar with a little extra concern. And for Bears fans, that's exactly the kind of fear they've been missing. Soldier Field might just start to feel like a fortress again, with Clowney helping set the tone every Sunday. Still, there's more to this move than pure football impact. There's an emotional side to it, a sense of revival that stretches beyond stats or analytics. Clowney represents a spark, a reminder of what Chicago football means. Toughness, grit, pride. The kind of stuff that doesn't show up in the box score, but defines great teams. Watching him bring that intensity could inspire the younger players, could even ripple through the offense. Because when your defense plays lights out, everyone feeds off that energy. You can feel it on the sideline, in the crowd, in the city. Chicago is one of those towns that lives and breathes football, and when the defense is rolling, it feels unstoppable. If Clowney can stay healthy and consistent, this signing could be remembered as one of the defining moves of the Bears' new era, one that flipped the switch from hope to belief. Behind the scenes, insiders say Clowney's been in constant communication with coaches, already diving into playbooks and film. That's a good sign for a veteran who's been on multiple teams. It means he's locked in, focused, and eager to make his mark early. The Bears coaching staff reportedly plans to use him in multiple formations, standing up, hand in the dirt, even dropping into coverage occasionally to disguise pressure. The kind of versatility is what makes Clowney special. He's not just a rusher. He's a disruptor. He can blow up a play before it even develops. If Chicago can blend his instincts with the aggression of their defensive scheme, we could be looking at one of the most explosive defensive units in football. And with the NFC North becoming more competitive every year, having a game-changer like Clowney could make all the difference in those tight divisional matchups. This signing is strategic, emotional, and symbolic all at once. The interesting part is how quickly the narrative has flipped. Just last season, fans were frustrated, calling for changes, doubting the direction. Now, those same voices are buzzing with optimism. It's amazing what one signing can do when it hits the right note. Clowney's addition has reignited that spark of hope, that belief that the Bears can once again be a team that dictates games with defense. You can sense it even in the national media, which is suddenly talking about Chicago as a dark horse in the NFC. That's the power of momentum. The front office deserves credit for pulling the trigger, but now it's on the players to deliver. If Clowney, Sweat, and the rest of that front can stay hungry and cohesive, the Bears might shock a lot of people. And wouldn't that be the perfect storyline? From rebuilding to rising, from overlooked to feared, all sparked by one bold move. In the end, this signing feels like more than just football. It feels like a statement of intent. JADEVEON Clowney joining the Chicago Bears isn't just about sacks or stats. It's about belief. It's about restoring pride in the navy and orange. The city's been waiting for a moment like this, something to rally around, something to believe in again. Clowney's arrival gives them that. He's not just another player. He's a symbol of change, of aggression, of purpose. The Windy City thrives on grit, and now it's got one of the grittiest defenders in the game wearing its colors. Maybe it's a gamble. Maybe it's destiny. But one thing's certain, the Bears just got a whole lot louder, a whole lot tougher, and a whole lot more interesting. The rest of the NFL better take note. Soldier Field is waking up, and JADEVEON Clowney is leading the charge. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. When you think about it, this move also changes how the rest of the roster will develop moving forward. Younger players like Dexter and Pickens now get to learn directly from a veteran who's seen everything the NFL can throw at him. That kind of mentorship is priceless. Clowney's not just going to teach them technique. He's going to show them how to prepare, how to think, how to survive the grind of a long season. The Bears locker room, already full of young talent, now gains a presence who's been in big playoff games, faced elite offensive lines, and knows what it takes to win in January. And let's be honest, Chicago's defense needed that voice. Someone who can stand in front of the group and say, "Follow me." That leadership could be the hidden weapon behind this signing, the piece that turns promise into performance. Because sometimes it's not just about who's the fastest or strongest. It's about who sets the tone every week. What makes this whole situation even more fascinating is how much pressure it places on the rest of the division. The NFC North's offensive lines better be paying attention right now. Detroit's Jared Goff, Minnesota's new quarterback, even Jordan Love up in Green Bay. They're all going to feel this one. Clowney doesn't just rush the passer. He changes blocking schemes. Teams have to account for him on every snap, which opens doors for everyone else on that Bears defense. It's the classic domino effect. Montez Sweat could see more one-on-one opportunities. Linebackers could start racking up tackles because gaps are collapsing faster. The ripple effect of signing someone like Clowney can completely alter how an opponent builds their weekly game plan. It's chess, not checkers, and right now it feels like Chicago just made a grandmaster move while everyone else was still thinking about their next pawn. At the end of the day, the excitement surrounding this signing isn't just about one player. It's about hope. It's about a city that's been waiting for its football team to fight back, to make Sundays in Chicago feel electric again. JADEVEON Clowney brings that spark. He brings that edge. And even though nobody can predict how the season will unfold, the vibe right now is undeniable. The Bears are building something real. The defense has teeth again, the locker room has leadership, and the fan base finally has a reason to believe. Maybe it's just the start of something bigger. Maybe this is the moment the Bears' rebuild stops being about patience and starts being about results. One thing's certain, when that first kickoff comes in 2025, all eyes will be on number 90 coming off the edge, ready to remind the league exactly who he is. And if he delivers, the roar of Soldier Field will say it all. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.